Whenever I show you how I make my sticker mods, I usually mention that I use a digital platform to create my designs. In this video, I'll show you how to do that as we create this new puzzle. I also have a quick announcement at the end of this video for all you sticker modders out there who want to create your own version of this specific puzzle. Here's a hint: if you loved the printable stickers on the Custom Cuber Discord server, you'll love what this announcement has in store more. Let's get started. So this is Figma. I've mentioned this tool a few times on the channel because this is currently the main software I use for my newer designs. It's a pretty powerful platform and it's also free, so I highly recommend it. The first thing I usually do when I'm starting a new design is to create some alignment lines. In this case, I need 3x3 grids all over the face of my puzzle, so I start with plotting that out so that I can make sure the design will be consistent. Just to show you what we're working on here, I got the idea for this puzzle from this stock photo. I really wanted to explore how these frames can be applied into a puzzle and how it will affect how a puzzle is solved. I tried to draw the designs on paper first just to see if the idea is even viable, and I got pretty good ideas for what designs I can work on. Another way of checking if an idea works as a puzzle is to actually plot it out on a 3D model. Now, I've never really delved into 3D software, so I use the most user-friendly tool that already comes with my computer, Paint 3D. Now, I admit it's not the most ideal software for 3D work, but I only really needed to visualize my puzzle, so its basic functions already suffice. When I'm in 3D mode, I can plan how the faces will make sense with one another. I made a very simple version of my design and used the sticker feature to place it on the cube. I can also recolor this just to figure out how to distribute the colors. We'll get to that later, but for now, back to Figma we go. We're close to finishing the alignment lines now, and you can see how this will work in parallel with the designs I made on paper. All of the designs I tried follow the same grid layout, so I will be saving a copy of this template so that I can explore the other ideas as well. I recommend doing this for all projects because you never know what other designs you can explore with just one set of alignment lines. Another key element of making your own designs is deciding on a color palette. While most cubes follow the same set of colors, when you create your own designs, there's nothing really that can stop you from exploring an infinite number of color schemes. For this project, I'm using 3 primary and 3 secondary colors, specifically because the mixing of the colors plays a huge part in my design. Of course, the secondary colors I'll be using aren't the exact mixed versions of the primary colors because of contrast and aesthetic considerations, but I think you get the idea. I highly recommend experimenting with different color combinations for your designs, and speaking of colors, I'm using gradients in this design just to show the transitions between these colors. This can also help with showing the weave pattern. Now, this design already follows the principles of the layout I tried on paper and on Paint 3D, but I think it still needs a little more push. So, I add some curved corners to show the flow of the lines in the weave pattern, and I'm using a black base cube for this puzzle, so I'm keeping the background black. Lastly, I'm adding in some lines that can improve how the weave looks. And then there's one more design element left, the signature custom cuber look, stripes. This is optional when creating puzzles, but I try to incorporate this into my work as much as I can, so that my recent puzzles have a relatively consistent look. Your signature addition to your puzzle could be anything: color scheme, the thickness of the lines you use, or even your own logo in one of the facelets. But of course, you can also opt to not add a signature look at all. I made a few more adjustments to the colors, especially the purple one, and the stripes as well before printing, and now here are our printed stickers. Next up is cutting and attaching these stickers to our base cube, and before you know it, here's our final puzzle. I think this is a pretty cool concept, and there are so many more variants that can be derived from this puzzle. I've also worked on the other puzzle I tried on paper, but we can explore that puzzle in another video. Or you can already explore it on your own. So now we get to the announcement part of the video. If you want to create this puzzle or this puzzle on your own, you can grab these designs on Patreon. My original designs have always been and will always be free on Discord, but on Patreon they're also now available in different templates so that you can find the one that fits your puzzle the best. Not only that, you can also grab this design in other color schemes and even a bare bones version so that you can recolor it however you want. The possibilities are now endless, so go check out the Custom Cuber on Patreon. Link is in the description. This is a big step for this channel, and I would really appreciate your support as I bring you more puzzles for you to create, solve, and enjoy. I hope you learned something about designing puzzles in this video, and if you want more tips about making puzzles, check out the video on your screen right now.